That's the main one. Now where's my slide? There we go. All right. 5 minutes. Where's the microphone? Is it this one? Hello, hello, Salem. Santas, give me a ho. Pirates, give me a ho. Steampunks, give me a ho. What's that spell? It spells ho, ho, ho. All right, so let me tell you one thing. So you're asking yourself, what is this big fun that we're talking about? Well, big fun is people coming together to have outrageously crazy, unusual times that are fun and amazing. So, what is the unifying features of big fun? Well, it's usually an activity that's unexpected, it's surprising, it's a full sensory experience. It's usually going places and doing things that that involve you in more ways you could ever imagine. It's usually big, and it's boundary breaking. Right there, we've got a zombie. So some examples are the zombie walk. As you can see there, we have a red shirt zombie. We're also talking about things like the Santa Rampage. Who here has heard of the Santa Rampage? 1,000 people in Portland last year, they say. Mondo croquet, which is croquet with sledgehammers and bowling balls and rebar hoops. Maybe you've heard of improv everywhere, flash mobs. I'm sure some of you have heard of Talk Like a Pirate Day. And, of course, there's always Burning Man. So, how do we make these kind of events happen? Well, it starts with one person having an idea. Usually this idea is actually pretty simple. That person bonds together with maybe just 2 or 3 other people, and that small group of organizers does some very simple things. First off, the biggest thing you could do is pick a date and a time and a place to meet. That is incredibly important. And after that, the organizing group, these 2 or 3 people, comes up with some very simple parameters. Keep it simple, silly. The KISS principle is very important here. One of the things that you need to do is simply come up with a really simple idea that allows people to express their creativity in their own way. For instance, say we're talking about SantaCon. The basic idea in a SantaCon is lots of people in a Santa suit. Very simple, but allows people to play with the theme. You see Mrs. Santa, the Rudolph, the reindeer, people come dressed as Christmas trees, all kinds of outrageous things. Allows people to have a lot of fun with the basic idea. Things like SantaCon also have some very basic other ideas, like don't mess with the cops, don't mess with kids, and of course always carry cash, because it's a lot simpler to have 500 Santas go through a bar if they're paying cash. So if you look at an organization like Burning Man, which has now become very large, some of their founding principles, again, really simple ideas that could cover a ton of people that really makes things happen. So some of their founding ideas are leave no trace, no spectators, radical self-reliance. Again, really simple ideas that people could take and put into action. Some of the Burning Man related things I've been to, one of the Brits have a particular thing that I like to talk about. Keep it tidy. You always hear them chanting that about keeping things tidy. Mondo croquet, basic founding principles: bring a sledgehammer and dress appropriately or appropriately inappropriate. So, and there we have Mondo croquet right there. All right, so how do people organize these things? Well, it should come as no surprise that the internets are very handy. Simply, you can get the news out to people through websites, email lists, and the day of. Cell phones are incredibly handy for organizing people and getting them to the right place. And don't be afraid to call the media. Media attention is very easy to get. All you got to do is look at any website for the media organization. You have tip lines. You call them up the night before, and you pitch them on your story, and they'll go and they'll send cameramen and journalists and whatever and cover your event. How are we doing on time? Nobody knows. All right, so some people say, well, Steve, what about, do you ever have trouble with the police? Well, the answer is no. The key to dealing with the police is you just keep moving. Carry your ID. If the police want to talk to you, always use your real name, and just be nice. Police don't want to deal with jerks. If you're nice to them, they'll probably be nice to you. And there you have it. I want you guys to go out there and make some fun happen.